Hello everybody, it's Ryno and I am here with Hannah at the Pixar Hotel at the Disneyland Resort. We are on the third level of this hotel, which is where you'll find the pool area along with some fun family-friendly games. But more importantly for this video, we are here to dine at Small Bytes, which is basically the pool bar here at the Pixar Place Hotel. I'm optimistic. Hannah, I believe, is optimistic. If she's not, I've lied for her. So there we are. Before we get started, I want to remind everybody that this and everything that we do here is brought to you by Dreams Unlimited Travel. They are experts at helping you plan your next Disney vacation, and when you book with them, it costs you nothing extra on your trip, and you help support the channel and all the content that we produce. So check them out, dreamsunlimitedtravel.com. A big thank you to our Patreon supporters. We couldn't do what we do without you, and if you want to learn more about how you can get exclusive content from different members of the DIS team, head over to patreon.com/DIS Unlimited. Now, I've been enjoying my stay here at the Pixar Place Hotel. I find this refurbishment to be really quite wonderful. So I'm excited. We've done some of the other dining here, but like I said, today it's the pool bar area, Small Bytes, where you can get some drinks. I know there's some light bites, bigger bites. I forget the words for everything. We'll go over that in a second. I'm just hungry, so why don't we go eat? I just want to go over the menu before we get started. There are the hard reboot section, which is a bunch of mixed drinks that they offer up here. And of course they have a full bar, so if you just want a gin and tonic, you can get that as well. There are chips and bits. There's megabytes and light bites, which some of this stuff does come up from downstairs at the Sketchpad Cafe. There's a fairly good selection of beer on here, as well as wine, fountain drinks, juice, and there's little nibbles on the back here, which include another couple of things from downstairs at the Sketchpad Cafe. And then they also have these frozen refreshments, which are like a root beer float, a cold brew float, and a creamsicle float. Now those are in like sort of a soft serve ice cream machine, and you can make those alcoholic if you want, which is pretty cool, I think. So for me, for the hard reboots, I feel like we had to try a little something from different areas of the menu. I went with the limoncello float. The two cast members that are working up here have been very nice. I've been up here more than once just to like check out the area. You know, she was the one girl that's up here was very complimentary about my tattoo, and I really enjoyed that. And we had a whole fun conversation about dogs, and so very nice, very personable. She said that the limoncello float is pretty popular, and that is a yuzu sorbet, limoncello, sparkling wine, limonada soda, whipped cream, crushed lemon candy, all for $18. Now, I think perhaps they forgot to put the sorbet in mine, because it definitely had the limoncello, the sparkling wine, the soda, the whipped cream, and the crushed lemon candy, but I didn't see any yuzu sort of sorbet in sight. Now this is $18, which again, I'm gonna keep telling you over and over, is kind of the standard price for mixed drinks on Disneyland property right now. So I don't think it's necessarily outlandish in comparison. Yes, in real life, in the real planet Earth where I live and pay rent, it is crazy. But the drink is pretty solid. I'm enjoying it. It's pretty light and refreshing, honestly. I feel like every now and then I get a little sip of the lemon candy, and I really like it. The limoncello with the sparkling wine on like this like nice, like kind of breezy, warm day, it's really hitting the spot. And I feel like it's a great sit by the pool or just out here and chat with friends, like a non-park day, or you're coming out of the park and you're taking a break. I think I'd recommend this. I'd do this one again for sure.
So thanks to a recommendation from somebody here at Small Bytes, they said we should get the blackberry bourbon smash, and I said, please, can I get that? So this is $22, which is a little bit on the higher end, but it's made with Buffalo Trace bourbon, Domaine de Canton, I guess, I'm not familiar with that, blackberries, ginger beer, and lemon. This is served in a full-size cup, which is really nice. It's a nice big cocktail, but very refreshing, not as sweet or sour as I thought it was going to be. I would actually get this again. I feel like the bourbon and the blackberry paired well together, and the ginger beer was like, I think actually Ryno, you've described this before, like when you have drinks with ginger beer, like you just want it to be like enough to give it that like carbonation, that little bit of fizz, and that kind of felt like it did that for me. Like it wasn't just like ton of ginger beer, a little bit of bourbon. So yeah, and then it came with this very cute I'm overselling a little bit, but it came with a skewer that had kind of looked very Pixar-y, like it had a little blackberry and a little candied ginger on it. So yeah, I was a big fan of that. And also, fun fact, our server told us that the straws here are made out of greenhouse gases. They feel like plastic though, so I would actually love to see that everywhere. The more you know.
When it comes to the food, we got the mega soft pretzel, which was served with yellow mustard and described as a queso dip for $12. That comes from the chips and bits section. Now, I felt like this pretzel was fairly substantial. There was no salt on it or anything. I think maybe it was like put in an air fryer to be made, but it was a little more along the lines of like a pretzel bun, I feel like, so it was a little tougher. A little more firm. I liked the yellow mustard server that I know some people want spicy mustard. I like yellow mustard better. It's just me. I don't know that I would describe that as queso dip though. It was very thick cheese dip. But I thought maybe this was like $18 something, 12 bucks. I feel like that's pretty in line with when you order a big pretzel at Disney. So I don't know. It's okay. It's not it wouldn't be my first thing to go to on the menu. Then we also have the house potato chips and dip, which are house-made crinkle cut potato chips with your choice of one seasoning and one dip. Those are $15. So for the chips, they can do classic, barbecue, or salt and vinegar. And then the dips are onion, ranch, or sunset salsa. Hannah picked barbecue chips with sunset salsa. And what surprised me about the sunset salsa is that it was actually like creamy. I thought we were just gonna get like chips and salsa. And I actually kind of liked it. It did have a little bit of kick, but you know me, I like spicy stuff. So I enjoyed it. I thought that the house-made potato chips were good. I mean, I don't know if they're actually like legit making them in-house or not, but $15 for like potato chips and a dip, it feels a little steep to me. The third thing that we got while we were up here was the smashed burger, and that is 2 smashed 4-ounce beef patties, special sauce, shredded lettuce, American cheese, pickles, and caramelized onions on a Hawaiian roll for $18. And it does say you can substitute it for a lettuce wrap or a gluten-free bun for $4 more. I do believe I read online that you could also do an Impossible patty if you wanted. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't think I saw that reflected up here on the menus or anything, but you could ask. I definitely thought this was the clear winner. What was great is when they say a Hawaiian roll, what they mean is those little naughty buns, as my friend Lisa calls them. They're the tiny Hawaiian rolls. She calls them naughty buns because she says they're so bad for you. But lately I've been seeing people cook on them, and honestly, I love a Hawaiian roll. And the way it was like stacked together, you could just easily cut it into 4 little sliders. It had a nice like thick cut pickle in there that really gave it a really beautiful texture. I liked the sauce and the cheese in there. It tasted like a really, really solid smash burger. It felt like I was maybe eating the burger from the menu. And if you've seen that movie, you'll understand. If not, I apologize. But it was $18. It did not come with a side. I felt like it could have come with a little bit of the house-made chips, and that would have like definitely added to its value. But again, like I said, that's the winner. I was up here on my check-in day to grab some food really quick, which also comes from the Mega Bytes part of the menu. And I ordered the full stack nachos, which are tortilla chips piled high with house-made queso sauce, tomato salsa, avocado mash, sour cream, pickled jalapenos, and green onion for $15. I added chicken for an additional $7, so that ends up making them $22. They were honestly, they were pretty good. What I feel like the highlight in that is the shredded chicken in there was, it was good. It wasn't like dried. It was very well cooked. It had seasoning to it. I really liked the jalapenos in there. I mean, it's nachos, come on. But what I appreciated is they didn't feel like cheap nachos necessarily. Like the stuff was kind of layered in there. I guess that's what makes it a stack nacho. However, I will say the chips got soggy really quick. I feel like they maybe are like pre-prepared and then they like add whatever you're ordering to it. But I definitely think of everything that we've had here, those 4 things, the smash burger and the full stack nachos, those I think are the way to go. Hannah, what do you think about the food?
Overall thoughts on the food, I feel like just looking at the menu, I was pretty impressed. I think going into this, I thought it was going to be a little bit smaller of a menu and maybe more like kind of pre-packaged type foods, like kind of similar to what they have in the cafe. And actually this is a pretty good little quick service here. And for me, the clear winner was the smash burger. I obviously love that it was served. So it's kind of interesting. It's served on a 4-pack, I guess, of Hawaiian rolls. And so you can cut it up into 4, which really makes it pretty shareable. I always love a smash burger because it's like thin patties, it's cheesy, it's greasy, it's like what I want in a cheeseburger. Yeah, I thought this was great. It had caramelized onions and like quite a few of them, so it kind of had a little bit of sweetness to it. This was $18, and I guess the only thing I'd say is it doesn't come with like a side. This still is a big portion. Like I would say that's easily shareable with 2 people. The pretzel for me was a miss. I was really looking forward to it. I was thinking it was going to be more of like a Pim's type pretzel, and it was not. Maybe it was a little overcooked. It just like kind of, it's very brown. And the cheese sauce, I don't know, like if we just waited too long to eat it, but it was like very congealed. Kind of tasted like Velveeta, which I mean, I don't mind Velveeta, but you know, nothing like too special. And then the mustard that came with it wasn't a spicy mustard, which for me, I would have preferred a spicy mustard. It's just regular yellow mustard. So maybe if it wasn't overcooked, it would have been better. I mean, that's one that you could easily share by the pool. And then last, we got the potato chips, and that for me, I don't know, I guess I would rank that as number 2 still. So I think instead, I kind of like the flavor of the barbecue. It wasn't over, like, it didn't taste like barbecue chips, like a Lay's barbecue chip. It's definitely like more of a smoky flavor, but I thought they were fine. The sunset salsa was like very spicy, and I'm starting to feel like a wimp out here in California because I feel like everything we've had that's been spicy, I'm like just dying for water. I can't handle it. So yeah, maybe next time I would do something like the onion or the ranch dip. Hopefully not as spicy. I don't know though, for $15, like ultimately it's just chips and dip. So do with that what you will, but the smash burger for me was a home run. I would definitely get that again. And I mean, overall there's still things on the menu I'd like to try. So I liked it.
I think that's going to do it for our time here at Small Bytes. I think it is a really cute area up here. There is a plethora of seating, so if you are staying at this resort and you want to come up to level 3 here at the Pixar Place Hotel, I think it's worth it. There are fire pits set up. Like I said, plenty of seating. You could come and hang out and work up here. The pool, there's a water slide. For a pool bar, I feel like the offerings aren't too bad. You know, again, we already said, I think, what our favorites are, and I think we're pretty much on agreement on that. I think it's the stackable nachos and the smash burger for sure. And then, like, you know, give other stuff a try. I appreciate that there is another area in this hotel to get food, because other than that, you have the Sketchpad in the lobby, the Sketchpad Cafe, excuse me, in the lobby, and then you also have Great Maple downstairs. But this is a nice little area to kind of just like maybe grab a snack, you know? It doesn't have to be your full meal. You can just grab a little shareable, hang out, enjoy the California sun, you know, and it just, it's nice. The setup up here, I feel like, is nice. As far as Small Bytes go, I do think like it definitely skews on the pricier side of things. So there is no denying that. But since it's not full service, we're not going to give you our numbers. So stop asking. But yeah, that's it. I will say this, the cast members up here have been absolutely wonderful, and really everywhere in this resort, they've been really top notch. So I can't say enough positive things about all of that. If you do have any questions about our experience here at the hotel or at Small Bytes or anything like that, please leave those in the comments of this video or reach out to us any way that you can. If you are watching this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you're listening, feel free to rate and review the podcast whenever you have a moment. And when you are planning that next Disneyland vacation, don't forget about Dreams Unlimited Travel. And a huge thank you to our Patreon supporters. Couldn't do it without you. That's going to do it for us. I've had more than a small bite, and now I'm going to go walk it off. That is the worst outro I've ever done. Yummy, yummy, everyone.